Hey guys, it's me, Carmen, have fun. And I don't know, I have just been enlightened with some crazy stuff, but I'm not going to speak on it right now because I just gotta get some more downloads on it. But what I am going to talk about is just don't ever feel no type of way for, not allowing yourself to lower your vibrations, or choosing not to be cool with people, or choosing not to be around people because they don't align with you, your purpose, your morals, your integrity, the way that you carry yourself. I know when I was growing up, excuse me, I had a real bad habit of dimming myself down, dimming down my light because I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't really know that I was chosen or anything at this time, so I used to be around a lot of people that made me feel like why am I always the one who seemed odd? You know, I'm always the one who knows certain shit, or I'm always the one who's into the shit that nobody else is into, or I care about the stuff that other people don't care about, or it's I got all the answers all the time, or it's just it was something that used to make me feel comfortable. I mean, not comfortable, uncomfortable about completely standing in my power around certain friends. And I know part of me used to feel not that I'm better than them, but I don't want to make them feel like I feel like I'm better than them. You know what I mean? So I would just conform to whatever, situation is around me, adjust to whatever environment, because I'm very much like a chameleon. I could be from one place, but no matter where you put me, I'll always be able to, fit the vibe. And I'm just realizing, going through the stuff that I've been going through, is just you know what? A lot of the people that I've lost throughout this transformation period was people that I really, really, really had a huge codependency on, as far as friendships, relationships, whatever. These were people who I showed up for constantly, was always able to call on me, and it's they always gave me their bare minimum when I always was giving them my all type vibes. And I always was more concerned about how they would look at me, or what they felt like, versus how the shit they was doing to me made me feel. When you get people comfortable and not having to care about what you want, or how you feel, or what you like, or what you don't like when you don't set certain standards, or you don't set certain bars, you just pretty much find yourself allowing any and everybody around you, and it's not that it's you geeking for friends. It's just, I've always just been very accepting of people. I don't really care, where you come from, what you have, what you don't got. I never been one of those type of people oh, I'm not hanging with her because she don't wear the latest Jordans, or I'm not hanging with her because she talk like this and I talk like that. It never gave them vibes for me. But it really seemed you don't lower your vibrations in order to be around nobody. First of all, lowering your vibration period is horrible spiritual hygiene. You should never have to dumb yourself down in order to make yourself digestible for other people. You gotta get to a point where you just cool with that motherfuckers choke on your truth. It's either they going to raise the bar for themselves, raise their vibrations, and that's also the type of friend that I am. Just always want the best for people. So even if it's if I level up, I want my friends to level up. I want my family to level up. I want the people around me to level up, because I never liked feeling the one who had more, or the one who was doing better than everybody else, or the one who said, you know what I mean? So it was just that's not People manifest into their lives what they put out in the world. And sometimes from the outside looking in, you don't necessarily know exactly what's going on. So you don't really be knowing why motherfuckers be in the circumstances they in. Or you know that you're just trying to help them get out of it. You know, and I had to get to a place where it's like, first of all, be cool with yourself. You don't really need nobody around you friend-wise. And if you're going to have friends, make sure they real friends, because you will find yourself like having constituents as your friends thinking that they confidants, and the whole time the only reason why a constituent is around you is because they for what you for. They not really for you though. So the moment that somebody else presents something that's like deemed better than what you got, or deemed more than what you got, of course they gonna push you right along, and they gonna go and follow that next path. Your confidants are your real friends, and you rarely get like a lot of those. Those are the people who gonna support you right, wrong, up, down, don't matter what it is. They gonna tell you when you're wrong. They gonna, help you through everything. When you get a new like beginning in your life, when you get something that's like celebratory, they're gonna celebrate with you. They're not gonna feel some type of way. They're not gonna throw shade. You're never gonna have to worry about hearing what this person had to say about you if it's not positive behind your back. These are people that you could trust outside your face. And so we oftentimes like find ourselves bonded, trauma bonding, or just like a specific situation that's similar in our lives. It could even be like addictions, smoking. The fact that we both smoke is the reason why we like friends. Still, it's something that you're for, that they're for, that is keeping y'all, friends. But the moment that you be like, man, bro, I'm about to stop smoking. I'm done with that shit. I'm getting too old for this. I'm trying to be on some grown up shit now. You find that these people eventually or gradually trickle away out your life when you stop conforming to the things that y'all are both for. And when the change happens, because a lot of people don't like the change, they see it as like, oh, you trying to be better than me. No, you look at me as being better than you, because I never said that. But I'm not going to stay stagnant and stuck in the same like place for year after year after year because you don't want to grow or you don't want to change. Then you got your comrades. These people not even your friends to begin with. They only against what you against. And your comrades, they gonna team up with you to meet one common goal, and that's to take down an enemy, or to, promote something that everybody is with or not with. You know what I'm saying? But comrades are people who don't really fuck with you, but they're like, if I don't like her and you don't like her, and I don't feel like I could defeat her by myself, we gonna gang up on her together and take her ass down. But don't come calling me, talking about, oh, I got the job, I got this and the third, because your comrades don't really give a fuck. They not for you, they not for what you for, they just against what you against. So once y'all get that like common enemy down, they gone about their business. They was never your homie to begin with. And so it's like once you start to decipher the three different people, the three different type of friendships that you have in your life as far as those categories, you realize that a lot of people are really constituents. They're for what you are for, but they are not for you. So when you come to those places where it's like, damn, I don't got nobody to call when I'm emotionally, messed up. I need somebody to really like feed me some good, insight on something. I need some real supportive energy around me. I need somebody to cry with. I need somebody, that's like 100% all in, whether it's good, bad, happy or sad. It don't matter what it is. They want the best. You rarely see that these people exist in your life, because a lot of times the moment that you don't have something that these people have, or the moment that, like I said, somebody else come around there and present something that they see as better than what it is that they was for with you, they no longer really for you no more. They was never really for you to begin with. So also constituents are the type of people who you show up for them constantly, but when it's something that you are against, they really not gonna show up for you then either, because it's like, oh no, we cool, but we not that cool with though I'm going to put myself in a certain situation to jeopardize what I got or what I got going on over here, because in their mind, they don't really even fuck with you like that. But you out here jumping over hurdles, fighting, going to jail, about to kill, and destroy for this person when you supposed to be doing that for your confidant. You rarely value your confidant, but you can't really know love or true friendships and shit until you come into play with people who are not that. If you never had a bad friend, or you never had a fake person around you, or you never had a person who never really loved you, or you never had a person around you that, never was really for you, then you kind of don't know how to decipher the difference. And it's like a heartbreaking reality you come to at some point, because eventually you gotta get taken out of that cycle of attracting these type of people, because if your heart is one thing about spirit is always gonna judge you by your heart, no matter what you do. Your heart and your intentions gotta always align with each other. So if your heart was in the right place when you did something, and your intentions was in the right place when you did it, you're gonna stay on top. You're gonna always stay at the top of the wheel. But people appear to want the best for you. People appear to be operating out their heart, when the whole time they strategizing with their mind, and their intentions is fucked up. It's always a hidden agenda. And then they wonder why they always end up on the bad side of karma. You end up like that because you just don't do genuine or good people wrong. Most of the time, these people are already aware of fake friends, fake this and fake that. So instead of them embracing something different, they look at it as too good to be true, or an opportunity to get what they want. And that's how you end up just never having a confidant. You never end up having nothing real, because you always end up finding yourself operating out of the same energy that betrayed you. When people do shit to you, you don't become that. You take a mental note of what this looks like, so when it show up later on in my life, I'm gonna cut that shit off at the head. Fuck the tail. We ain't even about to get past this shit in 5 minutes past this shit. You gotta get to a point where your life and the decisions you make become your lessons, your learning guide, your book to wisdom. That way, when it's time for you to get real friends, you know how to treat those real friends, because you definitely know what it's like not to have real friends. You know what it's like not to have somebody that really loves you. And then when it's another person that's just like them, the energy won't always be the same. It's just going to be a different person. It's going to be a different, scenario or angle of how things unfold. But you're going to handle it better every time, because you're going to already recognize the signs. Oh no, I know what it's like to be used. I know what it's, I know what fake energy feels like. The energy is never going to change, no matter how many faces these people present, no matter how many different people it is. The energy is never going to change. But a lot of people don't trust in themselves. They don't trust in spirit. So they kind of make the wrong choice every time to cling on to the same shit and expecting a different result. She giving me red flags, or he giving me red flags, so and so. But maybe this person, stop dealing with potential. People don't even be seeing the same shit that you see in them. You can see somebody literally be a potentially good ass person, or a good ass this or that. But if they have any inkling of doubt in themselves, or even don't even see themselves in their light as being a different person, it is no need for you to get your heart broken or your feelings hurt trying to incorporate them in your life, because in the reality, you are really just deceiving yourself. You're falling in love with, you're befriending the illusion of what you think a person is, or could be possibly, but in reality, they are who they are, and you're not seeing them for that. You're seeing them for what you think that they could be. But if the common goal is not all right, right now we know we in this low vibration, but in a year or two, we about to build each other up so we can build the empire. We're going to be at our highest vibration of love. We're going to operate out of our space. We're going to be loyal to each other, trust each other, be there thick and thin, whatever. then you already know at some point this shit is gonna end. It's gonna end, and most of the time it's gonna end from like a heartbreak of some sort, a betrayal of some sort, because these are people who are not really for you. So when you start to feel like, damn, you know, I don't want this person to feel bad, but I just like don't rock with them because I don't really like the way that they do shit, or I don't like the way, you know, this or that. At the end of the day, you're not feeling like that for nothing. You like stand on something or fall for anything. And that was like one of my biggest lessons. And I didn't feel like at the time that I was falling for anything. I felt like I wasn't judging people for who or what they was going through. I just was being my genuine self. And maybe these people will pick up on the energy that this person is a real friend, or this person is a real this or that. So let me not do this person. Like, let me like appreciate somebody in my life, because I was always told like you gotta be loyal to at least one person in your life, at least one, and that's your confidant. So when you get that person, you don't like mishandle them, abuse them, drain them of everything that they got, and then it's like, oh, take it to the side, because then you are just like a constituent. And there's a lot of those running around the world, and then there's a lot of comrades too, because a lot of times people don't be fucking with you, but if they see that they might have a little bit more hate towards so-and-so. So it's like, all right, since I don't like so-and-so that much anyway, and you know more about this person, and you don't fuck with them, and I've been trying to get at so-and-so neck in the first place, and we both trying to get her, like, yeah, I'm going to link with you for that purpose. But you would notice that once that common enemy is like gone out the equation, everybody go they separate. And like, damn, you was just buddy with so-and-so when me and you was beefing, everybody was all up against you. But then when you get out the equation, you see everybody scatter, and it's like, well, damn, y'all was coming up against a motherfucker like y'all was like on some real bonded ass friendship type vibes. Like y'all was like dogs for life. But the whole time, it's just a manipulation thing for people to get what they want, and sometimes for them not to have to take the fall for it. Like, yeah, I might not like so-and-so this much, but you might have a deep hatred for this person. You might be willing to do a little bit more to take their ass down. So if I appear that I'm with the shit, ultimately, when we do finally take this person down, whatever we did to them to get them down, you gonna take the fall for it. I'm not about to take the blame. And see, these people are not your real friends. Like, these not your partners, these not your homies. Like, motherfucker will switch sides like immediately. And if it ain't nothing that I haven't learned or didn't see throughout this entire situation that I've gone through, as far as like my dark night of the soul and going through my 40 days and 40 nights, it was like looking at the reality of what I was surrounding myself with, and then having to come to that conclusion of why did you feel worthy of these people? Like, why did you feel like these people was worthy of you? Why didn't you see yourself as higher? And even if you did in your mind, you never treated them that way. And that's all out of just having genuine love for people, which is not a bad thing, but you gotta get to a place where you create boundaries and you operate from your headspace, because your heart, it only feels, it's not smart. Your mind is there to protect your heart from the heartbreaks and the constant betrayals, because it's an emotional organ. Like, your heart only feels. So even if something is treating you right or wrong, if your heart ever loved it, it's still gonna love it regardless of the fact. But when you start to like implement your mind over heart with certain things or certain people, it fuels you to protect your heart, because you're like, nah, I can't let nobody shatter my girl like that no more. So let me make sure that I'm thinking and I'm paying attention to these people and what they're really on, because the moment that you figure it out, oh no, I'm about to cuss them smooth out, or like I said, you find yourself like realizing like these people was never on my level to begin with, and then the whole time, the same people that was never on your level, you gave them the confidence to feel like they was above you, because you done dimmed your own fucking light. You done showed them their potential. At some point, as long as this partnership has went on, they gain the energy, they gain the light in themselves to become that potential. But now, because you always hid your own and you never stood in your own power, they feel like they above you. And so it's like, that's what I get from the situation that I just went through. It's like, oh, yeah, everybody that I met and helped was on some low vibrating ass shit. And I was like, putting myself in that place was like, oh yeah, I got a job, I got a car, I got this and that. But that don't make you no different. You know what I'm saying? In my head. Because I'm like, we still all human, we still all require the same thing, we still all want friends, and we still all want to be loved. But if the shit is not being reciprocated, then there's something else going on here. If it's hard for somebody to, like, somebody, you calling somebody your best friend, when you showing up as a best friend, but they showing up as just like an associate, there's an issue here. So like I said, people will take what it is that you got to give into is nothing to give no more. And then they're going to leave your ass high and dry. And then it's like too late for you to protect your heart because you was never using your mind to begin with. So it's like, I don't plan on changing who I am to nobody. Because if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't. But I do plan on like cutting cords immediately when the fuck I figure out who people are, and paying more attention with my mind before implementing my heart into situations, because everybody don't deserve good-hearted people. Like, I didn't help people with jobs, I didn't let people sleep in my house, I didn't let people, you know, like simple ass shit, wear clothes, you know, drive my car, and every time you don't even realize that they betraying the shit out of you. Each time, the only thing they doing is using what you giving them, showing them, teaching them to level up. And once they level up, now they feel like you ain't shit. And how I'm not shit when you wouldn't know what you know or be who you are if it wasn't for me pushing you there. If it wasn't for me dropping the knowledge or giving you the wisdom or giving you the motivation. But because they was never motivating you, you always felt comfortable still operating out of the vibration that you met them in. So even when they do start leveling up, you still find yourself being in that space because you never realizing in your mind that I've been low with my vibration, and now it ain't that I feel like I'm better than you. You feel like you better than me, and the whole reality is they was never shit to begin with, homes. Like, they was never shit to begin with. You always been that, and they knew that. But all they trying to do is figure out the blueprint to be who you are. And once they get who you are, because they know that you're not standing in your light. They know that you're not giving yourself your full potential, and you're not expressing it or displaying it. So, of course, they're going to play on it. And then, like I said, when the fallout comes, it's like, oh, all the shade, all the real feelings come out. I was like, damn, bro, you wasn't even fucking with me for real. I was just like getting used for the energy. I was just like getting used for the knowledge and the resources or the networks or whatever it is that you offering at that time. The benefit of being your friend. People got a hard, like, another thing is like when you see people got a hard time seeing like the good in themselves or seeing the growth within themselves and like pushing. If you not motivating your own self, I'm not about to motivate your ass either. Like, I lay some shit on the table for you, like, yeah, bro, you know you could try, like, such. Well, motherfucker don't jump on this shit. That means they ain't trying to change who they are, or they are not in that place right now of evolution. You gotta let everybody get to the point of growth when they're ready. You can't force people to grow. You gotta grow though. And that's the problem. Like, a lot of times we want other people and we trying to push somebody else to do better so bad that you forget to push your fucking self. So now you look like a regular bitch when they done came up off your resources, your knowledge, your everything. You at rock bottom, now these motherfuckers at the top. And they, instead of them lowering themselves back down, or like taking the time like, dang, so-and-so job like was rocking with me, they ain't driving right now, I got my new car, let me make sure I look out for my dog. You know, certain stuff. You find like it was never ever an equal give and take. It was all a take. And once I take all that I could take and you not on the same level as me no more, then it's like, it's done. And it's like it's like a huge realization for you. And a lot of times we see this shit coming towards us, we can sense it, we can feel it. It's certain situations that happen over time throughout the relationship, throughout the friendship, or whatever, that we keep telling you. Like, spirit will continue to nudge you and warn you about people. And because we feel like we know better or we know more, we always end up having to learn the hard fucking truth. And the truth be that you invested too much. And so I have to learn to like draw back, because I'm a giving person. Like I like to give and be there and help and you know, just like show up for the people that I actually love, because I operate from my heart. But you can't be giving people that high vibe when they low vibe, because they want to snap, they want to drain you everything, and then you're not pouring shit into yourself. Clearly they not pouring anything into you either, because you're not requiring it. So when you all drained out, and now everybody, you know, feel like they on some one-up shit, and the whole time, like, no, because once I started loving on myself and healing myself and really standing in my own truth, bitch, that intimidation mask about to come back on for you, because you was already intimidated by my growth to begin with. You never wanted to see me do it. That's why you took so much of my energy and made sure that, you know, you wasn't giving it back in return. You just was so fueled on trying to be better than me. A lot of people be in your life trying to be better than you. People want to see you do good, but not better than them. And when they get to that point, or when you start to notice that or see that, cut them off. Because your real homies, they gonna be going right with you. You're gonna be able to have certain conversations with them, and they gonna be learning from the conversations, but they also gonna be teaching you too. Like every relationship, every friendship, every, you know, partnership is a give and take in some way, shape, or form, whether it be codependency or just like genuine, you know, love, care, support, whatever, loyalty, whatever. And so I had to like learn to just like acknowledge that, like, I had a lot of people that was just against what I was against. So it fueled them to be around me, because they didn't have their own confidence, or they didn't feel like they can defeat somebody on their own. Some people feel like it feels better to take a person down, but you gotta understand that when you gang up on somebody, you already showing them how much power they got over you in the first place. Like this person right is definitely like irritating the shit out your demons, because now you just feel like you need a whole like gang of a whole community of people to come against one person. Is ridiculous. It's in no way, shape, or form that you should ever trigger nobody or this many people, and like by just being yourself. If somebody make you feel uncomfortable being you, and you feel like, all right, let me just like water down my attitude a little bit, because maybe I intimidate them, or let me, you know, like be with this because this what they all with, even though you know in the back of your mind, I don't even fucking care about none of this shit. But that's what real confidants are. They might not really be into something like that, but they see how passionate you are about it. They won't root you on regardless of front, and be real about it. They won't show up to everything. And yeah, it ain't gonna be about nothing, because they know when it's my turn, my dog won't be right here. And that's like what you gotta have in your life. It's not about what somebody's tangibly giving you or tangibly taking from you. It's about your heart space. Like, if you got your heart and your intentions in the right place, you're gonna be blessed regardless. But don't be like, don't be of high honor. Don't be out here, you know, letting God like, shoot, I cut my hand. Increase your lifestyle, or be constantly giving you the knowledge and giving you the nudge that these people ain't your people. This tribe ain't your tribe, bro. Y'all don't connect at the soul. And when you're not connecting at the soul or the heart, then that means that these people are around you for a reason. And you need to recognize that. And once you recognize that, you need to walk away, create boundaries, and stand on them. Do not allow these people back in your energy, because people will energy harvest the shit out of you, drain you. I'm telling you, I just went through it. I looked terrible. I felt terrible, you know. But the only thing I knew in my mind was I wasn't giving up. I don't give a fuck how many bitches come up against me, because my strength is impeccable, and if you can't take what's in me. On the outside, a person can look like a little fragile. You know, you might not be that confrontational, or you might just feel like if these people I love, they can get away with a little bit more. Now, it's not no exception to no rules. Because a person that genuinely fuck with you, they not even gonna put you in a place where you gotta feel like that about them. So, I don't know, guys. I just wanted to like share that message. because it was just something that I had on my mind earlier while I was driving. I had started a video earlier, but I had got home so fast that I got kind of distracted coming in with the baby and stuff. I couldn't continue and properly finish my message, but I also needed time to like think more on what I wanted to say, because it's been like Spirit's been like, you need to speak on this. But it's like, what do you want me to speak on? You know, when you hear God's call, and when you get to a place where people like try to tear you down to the point where it's like trying to defame you, telling lies, and like that shit right there, it's like doing way too much to like take somebody down type vibes. You don't, it's not what you call it, it's what you answer to. You don't conform to what they're saying, because one thing about a lie, it can be proven to be a lie. You can't prove the truth to be no lie though. Like, you gotta go through a whole hell of a lot of shit to be trying to prove to motherfuckers that you a liar when you in your truth. Or when somebody is blatantly lying, it is so much easier for you to show up in your truth, and the motherfucker be like, no bitch, you just a hater. This person don't even move like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what I had to do. I had to let my light prevail. I had to let my spirit prevail, my heart prevail, and like stop being in that energy of like not wanting to make other people uncomfortable, because people don't give a fuck how they make you feel. The only ones that's gonna care about how they make you feel is the ones that never put you in a position to have to fight against them or against this type of shit to begin with. Your real friends and shit, they ain't even thinking about betraying you in no type of way. And most people that actually love you, they know for a fact they could betray you. But the conscious decision not to choose not to, that's the love, that's the real honor, that's the real integrity, that's the real, you know, like, yeah, this is my homie. I know, you know, I could do a lot of shit to betray this person. I could take advantage of this person. But instead of me doing that, I'm going to protect them from other people doing it, because I know who they are. And I know how I intentionally feel about them on a real level. But shit, a constituent, shit, they for what you for. But when you ain't for that no more, it's like, shit, we ain't got nothing in common no more anyway. So getting this better or doing this better, so I'm about to hop on that bandwagon. And if that take me to turn into a comrade in order to take you down, then I know I got these people who I'm for, who I'm not even really friends with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, not who I'm for, who I'm not for, but I'm for what they for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody gonna ultimately get their ass handed to them, because at the end of it, like I said, once you like delete the common denominator, which is the person that's intimidating these people, which is the person that is like making these people feel less than by just being themselves. Like, you're showing up in their life. Like, I literally show up in people's lives to show them their karma, to invoke it, because I'm a mirror to you, who you are. And a lot of times when people see somebody that's a real person, that's like stand in their truth 100%, and you're not comfortable doing that with yourself, those gonna be the first ones that's gonna cross you. Those gonna be the first ones to betray you. The first ones that's gonna want to see other people like see you in a different light. It gives them joy to bring you down, because they confidence not there. I don't need nobody to tear you down for me to feel good. I don't need to lie on you. You can stand in your power. You can be richer than me, have more than me, you know, had the perfect lifestyle, whatever. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you because of you. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing that you got, because motherfuckers, as fast as it can be given to you, is as quick as it can be taken. And people forget that part. They so hell-bent on trying to make sure you don't get what they got, because now, you know, I feel like I got one up on you. I feel like it's something about what I'm doing that makes me better. But it's all in their mind, because in reality is just that. I always felt like you were better. I always felt like you had more. And now that I got more, I don't want to feel like you better no more. I want to feel like I'm better. And I want you to feel like that I'm better. But a motherfucker that stand in their power, a person that stand in their truth is all I speak. It's all I see. You can never make them feel bad about nothing. Like, it was the betrayal that blessed you in the first place. A lot of people will put you in a position to lose one thing, and then the only reason why that happened is because source, like, some stuff can be coming up against you. People could be doing a lot of shit for a long time behind your back. Like, that's what was going on with me. A lot of stuff was hidden from me. But some things was hidden in my life. And those things that was hidden in my life was helping me transition to something different. So the whole time these people thinking they making you lose, and they not doing nothing but leveling you up, because now you gotta get uncomfortable. And in order for you to be growing, you gotta be in an uncomfortable place. You can't, you're not gonna grow if all is well all the time. So it's like, what is this situation coming to teach me? First of all, to get rid of these people, because they're not for you. They're gonna expose your enemy, and then your enemy's intentions, and then it's gonna prepare the table right in front of their ass, because they won't still be sitting there thinking, oh no, I got the crown, I won because I tore them down and I feel good about myself. Ain't nobody tearing me down, ain't nobody making up no lies with me. They already know you don't move like that, so they already know what to do and what to say. But sometimes you gotta flip the script on these bitches, like, oh no, you really don't know me, because I'm all about me and loving me, and all about my most high loving me. I'm gonna call judgment on you every time, and I bet you gonna face it. And shit gonna get way worse for you than it ever was for me, because Source is always looking at your heart, no matter what situation it is. So if you know for a fact you just did this to my chosen one, you don't even believe in me, you out here believing in the devil, you out here, creating havoc in people's lives, doing fucked up shit to their kids, all type of shit like that. Yeah, I'm about to torch you. Don't let you come from no good ass royal ass bloodline. Like, my bloodline is, I am connected to the very first people to ever walk this earth now. Like, my history is my history. My peoples is people that y'all go to school and learn about. My shit written in the books. The real books, textbooks, the library, the motherfucking Barnes and Noble, bitch. The people that we try to embody at this day of time, that shit come natural for me, because this is who I really am. I've been on this plane, not on this plane, but in this world, on this earth, for many, many lifetimes. Past way before Jesus, I walked when Jesus was here. And that's what people they don't really know the depths of spirituality. They don't really know nothing. You can learn about your past lives. A lot of times when crazy wild shit like this happens, is because in order for you to level up and get on your soul's purpose, you have to get these karmic people out your life that you hold on to, because this ain't nothing but shit that you couldn't get past in your last lifetime. And whatever they was doing to try to take you out last lifetime, it worked. Or else you wouldn't have this going on in this lifetime. But see, that's why I listened to my intuition the entire time through this situation. It has not stirred me wrong yet. Everything that y'all wish to have taken from me, even if you took it, I'm about to get it back way more, 10 times more, and 10 times better. And now y'all left out in the cold trying to figure out why y'all little hocus pocus and shit not working, and the whole time it was never designed to work. A lot of things is not destiny, it's fate. You create your own fate by your fucking movements, the way that you choose to handle shit. It was a lot of shit that I wanted to do mentally. I wanted to fuck a lot of people up and hurt people in some of the worst ways, bro. Like, it took me to ground myself in isolation and go within and surrender to my source, because in that time, it's like I can never put an ounce of trust in nobody around me right now. So I don't really care what nobody's saying this shit happening for. I'm going to figure it out. And once I do, I'm up out of here. And then I'm going to call judgment on y'all ass, because it's somebody always greater than you. And we all know that the Most High is the highest of all. And I know that I'm connected to him directly. I got unwavering strength, unwavering faith. And see, just because a person not running around like, you need to read the Bible, you need to pray today, you need to da-da-da, don't mean that they don't have no relationship with God. I talk to God all day, every day. So a lot of times, it's when the karma hit that people realize that they did something wrong. And sometimes people don't even learn then. But those be the same motherfuckers that's gonna come back lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime living the same story because you refuse to learn a lesson. You can't treat everybody the same because you don't always know who you're talking to. And that's the reason why they say don't judge a book by its cover. Y'all thought y'all was taking advantage of a good person. Like, oh, she's sweet for it. She did that. No, I ain't sweet for shit. I just know that when you cross me, you crossing the Most High. And I'm going to tell you, he gonna come for them heads every time, hoes. So everything that a person put out there for you, because you got to get back what you put out eventually. You can feel like you've been getting away with some shit, but God ain't doing nothing but letting you just build up your bullshit, build up that karma. So when it's time for him to be accountable for his people, his kids, oh yeah, so-and-so been doing this for you all year. And when that energy come around, that shift come around for you to get back either everything that you harvested, what you sown, it was either you did good all year and I'm about to reward you in the highest way, or you've been a fucked up person all year and everything that you wanted for somebody else is getting ready to happen for you. And this is a state that these people are in right now and not understanding, oh, why is this not working no more? Why is it? Because it was never supposed to go as far as it did. Once I aligned myself the way that Spirit wanted me to, and I surrendered my obedience directly to my guides and stayed there and went within and worked on myself instead of blaming, instead of trying to get revenge and all that, because I already knew and I had already told my partner that God gonna spend the bill for me. Everything y'all going through right now is karma. Oh, it ain't my karma. Oh, it's definitely your karma. I don't fuck with people who rob you blind and these are the type of people that will rob you and help you look for the money type shit. Like if it ain't you already a snake. You know what I'm saying? Spirit ain't gonna put too much on his people that they can't bear. Me, I've been a warrior. I've been had big strength. And that's the part that y'all can never take from me. You can't take no gift from mine. Nothing that's within me. You know what I'm saying? And anything on a physical, that might, you might lose a lot of weight. You might stop, your hair might start falling out. Or this or that. These things will be restored. That's why we have our bodily functions. Our cells is constantly, you know what I'm saying? Redoing over and over. You get a cut. What happens? That lead skin come back. The metamorphosis, my bad. But if a motherfucker not tapped in and they in the matrix, which mainly all these people are in the matrix, so I'm not expecting them to see shit from a higher perspective. This is another reason why you can't sit with me, because my vibrations is way too high. It's so high that my body is already immune to transmuting any negativity that you send my way. It's not gonna work. But I guarantee anything that I put out in this universe that I call on this situation that is judgment, it is guaranteed to happen. And there's no way of getting around it unless you die. Because everything that you wanted for me and my youngest is going to happen to you. One way or another. If you didn't want me to have no job, you will not have no job. And you probably be like financially cursed for a minute. Because when I call judgment, I ask for the highest judgment. And I want you to get the best. The best. Yeah. Just like you wanted the best for me. It's so easier when you on the other side of the table. But when that motherfucker turn, people don't be wanting to be on, don't want to sit no more. Why you don't want to sit at the table no more? Because it's time. And it's time for you to reap what you have sown. Make sure you just like be mindful of the people around you. Be clear about them. You ain't gotta like go looking for revenge. You can, but don't ever like let a motherfucker shut you down either. In the same way they wanted to publicize these things and make this and humiliate you in the public eye, is the same way the Spirit gonna do it. But he gonna give you a show. He might even like let you be on the real TV with it. At the same time, while showing you why you don't fuck with his kids, his chosen. And a lot of people be already chosen and be becoming fallen angels because of their heart space. That's why they say many are called, but few answer. Very few answer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was an unfortunate situation that I endured, but I'm definitely grateful for these people and this lesson, because I'm so strong and so determined to be who and do what I want to do in my life. Sometimes I can get like thrown off of course by not listening to my intuition, by not listening to source and what he's telling me, because I'm feeling like I know better, and that's not how that go. You don't want to lose your divinity trying to be the power. You not God. You are an image of him. He is within you. You are his worker. So that means you are here to do what it is that he would be doing if he was down here doing it himself. He gonna give you the power. He gonna give you the strength, the respect, the love. He gonna make sure you're taken care of at all times. He ain't never gonna leave you out in the cold. And he damn sure ain't gonna let nobody else do it. But you gotta be obedient enough to say, you know what, I don't even need these people in my life, because I already know this spirit got more better. That's why I ain't tripped on nothing. Lose what apartment? I still got my apartment. I'm actually renting it out to somebody else right now. So why people thinking they stealing your money, and the whole time you still getting a bag? Oh, I'm about to take her job. I'm about to take her position. Take it. Because now I'm making way more and I work for the government. Like, make that make sense. Schedule better. Got more freedom. Can shop more than I used to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm about to destroy her truck, or I'm about to destroy this and that. Bruh, when have you ever seen me go how long without a car? Then you wait the tax time to do it. Carry on. Continue to do whatever it is that you've been doing. I still get to work comfortably every day. Get home comfortably every day without having to spend a dime. Motherfuckers swear they taking everything from you. You didn't strip me of shit. You just stripped yourself, because that little $5 or that little 15 minutes of fame, it ain't gonna feel worth it after you gotta sit back and watch for years and years and years a motherfucker prevail past you to the highest, and you not even able to even say hi to them no more, because they done got past you so fast. Because that's the way God set shit up. Because even though we earth angels and we spiritual teachers, like, I can't teach you something that I ain't never been through. I can't tell you nothing that I don't really know, and I can't know something that I ain't never experienced. That's how you learn your lessons. But people don't tend to learn their lessons. They want to reap the benefit of the lesson. I don't really want to learn nothing, but I see that by you going through this, you know, you got that, you got that, you got that. So I want those things, but I don't want to know how you got them, because I figure you can do the work and I can take the benefit. Nah, it don't go like that. It's never gonna go like that. It ain't never gonna go like that. You will be blocked every time. You think you about to go rob a motherfucker and have a whole fatal ass car accident on the way there. Or get that phone call like, oh, you know so-and-so just got killed or shot. Damn. Karma gonna hit your ass like a ton of bricks, because that's what a Hierophant is, baby. I am a judge. I am the jury. I am the fucking spiritual teacher. I work very close to the divine. So when I say a motherfucker need to be punished, that's what it's gonna be. And understand that God said how he look low though, and he's never ever gonna let you think that some shit didn't happen or didn't, you know, get seen. It might not have got seen by that person that you was doing to at that time, but he for sure gonna let him know, because you ain't finna do it again. But I'm gonna show you what you gonna get in repercussions of what you chose to do with your energy. You can't sit here and be praying to low vibrational as demons and deities and shit, but you won't even drop to your knees to ask God for anything. You don't even believe in this man, but you think he could help you out of some shit that you asked for, some shit that you put out into his universe. Whatever, you know, whatever goes around comes around. When did you think your come around was going to come around? So, like, people wonder why you're not mad, why you're not crying, screaming, kicking the air, having tantrums, not worried about them, why you so involved. I'm unbothered because there's nothing you can do to bother me. I'm not the type of person that give a fuck about what people think. I don't care about the likes. It's not about like quantity. It's about quality. Yeah, you got a lot of followers, but what are they following? What are they learning? Because eventually that shit, you can't change change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen whether you grow or not. But I'd rather be the one with the least followers, but the ones that's listening. They're going to listen. They're going to be really getting something from what it is that I'm saying and doing. And Spirit going to show out every time. Your story going to be going across the globe and all that. So yeah, you might have 5 followers right now, but at the quality of your work gonna have them people. God's gonna, oh, you need to look at so and so. Go subscribe to this channel. Don't miss it. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, all that shit fall in place. It's gonna always come together in the end, the way that Spirit wanted to come. Divine timing is going to happen. You can't change that. You can't. A lot of shit you can't do nothing with. Because Spirit will definitely let you, borrow all the energy that you want to do the fucked up shit that you doing. And then when it's time for you to reap what you sown and you think, oh, I'm about to get this new apartment. Oh, I'm about to get this new car. Oh, I'm about to go here for my birthday. No, you're not. You're not about to do shit but sit down and take whatever it is that you put out in this world towards my fucking chosen one. You didn't want her going on no trips, so why do you think you going? You ain't want her to have no damn new apartment or no home, so why do you feel like you deserve to have one, or you're going to continue to have one? And these be the same people tearing you down that don't got none of their shit together, and be projecting like a motherfucker. All the lies they telling you is the shit that they really don't. But that's why I said you can prove that they do it though. I can prove a lot of shit about a lot of people. But the shit that y'all saying, y'all not saying that shit to nobody that even cares. And eventually, like I said, you gonna get them on some stalking vibes to watch me. They gonna watch, and then they gonna see who the real haters is. Because I'm not never gonna sit around and wish nothing on you. The only thing I wish is that you get the judgment that you deserve and leave me the fuck alone. And the more you don't leave me alone, the more you keep on trying to tug at my energy, trying to do this and that and the third directly, it's the more shit that you putting out in the world for yourself that's going to come back around. It just always goes like that. You tear somebody's relationship down, come in between their love, and do this shit from a malice place. I don't understand why you thought that you wasn't about to go home to the same shit, if not worse. You fuck around, go home and getting your ass beat by a nigga. While you over here tampering with these people's relationship that ain't got nothing to do with you. People don't know how to stay in their lane. But you're confident. You don't got to worry about these things. They're going to be your right hand regardless. They're going to be faithful to you the same way that the divine is. But it takes a lot of lessons that we got to learn about situations and people in order to get to this place. When you get here, this is when the real shit start happening. The real money start getting made. The good jobs start getting. The nice ass apartments and the nice ass cars and all that shit start being afforded. Because now you see you around your soul tribe, you around the people that is going to help you take care of these things. You around the people that is like-minded. Like, instead of worrying about your blessings or you getting ahead further, they gonna be right beside you. And even if they fall a little short, they still gonna love you, still gonna rock with you, they still gonna be loyal. Because they know their time coming and you gonna help them. Because that's what y'all there for. But these constituents, these motherfuckers that's just for what you for, they for what you for until you ain't for it no more and then they done. Or they for what you for until somebody else presents something better. Or until they feel like that they're doing better. And then a comrade is just a sucker. A motherfucker who don't got the confidence to fight for their own self. So they need validations from other people on the outside of them to make them feel right about the shit that they probably know is wrong, or the shit that they don't want to take the fall for. And if you don't want to take the fall for something, and you don't want to stand on something that you're doing to somebody, it's because you know you dead ass wrong for. Because if I say the fuck what I said, yeah, I'm standing on it in front of, I don't give a shit how many people. And this is where the miscommunication and the misunderstanding is coming from between me and this group of people. Y'all are not confident beings. Y'all not fucking with me. Period. That's why you had to come together to try to take me down and still have not done it yet. You felt like you had some wins until that karma came back around and started smacking the motherfucking gnats. And everything that I say is what goes, and then motherfuckers is still going to gravitate towards me, the true energy, the real recognized real rule, baby. Because people going to listen, people going to pay attention. This shit bigger than the little ass community. That's y'all. I don't never got to hear from y'all ever again. Who the fuck y'all trying to convince? I don't gotta make up no lie to try to convince you that this person ain't shit. If they ain't shit, their own actions is gonna show you that they ain't shit. Not the stuff that I done made up and said about them. And 9 times out of 10, like I said, if you trying to convince somebody that somebody ain't shit, and you trying to convince them with lies and deceit, it's literally because you know you ain't shit. And you feel like you need to change the way people see you, and you want it to be better than the way they see them. So now let me put my toxicity and shit that I don't want to go within and change about myself on them. And then I don't got to feel so bad about the things that I would refuse to change. Like, one thing for sure, and 2 things for certain. 1 thing for sure, and 2 things for certain that I know for a fact. That every single person that crossed me, I have told at least one time, since I've known them, is don't ever play with me mentally. You're never gonna fucking win trying to mind fuck me. And now y'all see why. Like, I hold knowledge and shit that you couldn't even possibly comprehend right now if I spoke certain truths to y'all. Because y'all not tapped in. Our vibrations is way different on different levels. And my gifts is way on some, like, I'm here for a whole I'm on a double journey. Like, I got 2 purposes for being here. You think that God about to put all that on me if he felt like I was mentally fucked up, or that y'all could possibly continue to cross me? He knew who to assign what to, and he did just that. And y'all the ones that feel for the bait. Because I don't give a damn what nobody say. Once God had spoken, my mind had spoken, my intuition had spoken, they all aligned together. I know what I know. And you only get one time to do some fucked up wild shit like this to me, for me to stop trusting you. And once I disconnect from your ass, that's when reality gonna hit your ass like a ton of bricks. And I ain't even the type to be like, I told you so. I'm gonna come around and then I'm gonna make you feel some type of way about speaking my truth. Cause see, if you wanna show up in somebody's life, play a better role. You wanna show up as a good thing, as a good person, then you need to pick the role of a superhero or something in this movie. Because playing the villain ain't gonna do nothing but let you show up as the villain. Later on, a hater, a spiritual hater, a liar, a person that's not even really confident, because arrogance is what makes you operate in that space where you feel like you gotta see another person down and feel good. That's arrogance and not confidence. We can all be smart as shit in here, but if I'm confident in what I know and all that, I don't need you to be dumb even a little bit, bitch, because I know I'm smart. And I ain't about to pretend or act like you this and you that when I know you not. In order for people to look at me a certain type of way, they're going to look at me how they want to look at me anyway. And it's either going to show up the way you showing up, or it's going to show up the way I'm showing up. And authenticity, original self. And these people are copycats, haters, and they don't even have a reason to be, when all they got to do is go within and fix their own self. You know, but I'm guessing, like, we try like running all like out of space for our little tribe, our soul tribes now. So God he's only covering those that he know are his, and that is definitely in cahoots with doing the right thing and not taking down one of his angels. That's not gonna work. So I just wanted to put that message on out there, because it's like constantly every day I'm in these people's minds, and it's like, why is she not succumbing to these little spells, and why is she still confident? Why does she still love herself? Why do people still like her? Because I'm being me. I'm being real. I'm not trying to convince people about you. I don't even give a damn about you. I don't know who your audience is. But it's way too many people in the world to be feeling like you took something from them. I gave that shit to you, if anything, and you can have it because apparently it was a burden in me and I felt like it was trash. So if I gave you my trash, why in the fuck would you think I'm coming back and get it? That don't even like add up, But people be, like I said, so hell bent on like the attention, the material, all that. They forget about the spirit. And your spirit rank is going to always eventually play a role when it come down to these higher consciousness ascensions and shit. So I just say, just for y'all, just like be careful who y'all be fucking with. Y'all control all y'all want. And this and spirit just said, whoever it is that think they about to write something about my life and got this little plot twist with it, or think they about to make a bag off of my platforms or off of writing something about my life, that is going to be your demise. Like, that's going to be the final fucking straw for you. For sure. Because all y'all already fated to have terrible ass endings anyway, which is another reason why I'm not bothered. Everybody's about to catch the waves of a tsunami that's the part of the Red Sea type vibes. Like, yeah, y'all better see spirit spin the pen for a lot of his people. And when you stay obedient, you be real about yourself, and you operate from the heart, even when people do you wrong, God gonna always favor you no matter what. I don't give a fuck. I can manifest whatever I want in my life, and that's what I've been doing. I ain't had a broke day since I walked away from over there. But I'm not going to sit up here and tell you so you can try to find a way to steal it. That shit's been blocked too. Go steal from the person next to you. You can't. Because y'all all over there broke your honor, and everybody should be focusing on themselves. Instead of doing that, y'all focusing on somebody else's blessings, and that's where y'all keep fucking up at. Because what's for me is going to always come to me. I don't give a fuck how many years you delayed. It's going to get to me though. And it's only but so much delaying in a negative way that spirit is going to allow it to happen. That shit ain't, I said that I want so-and-so to have this. They going to have it. And if you think you're going to get in the way of it, I'm going to remove your ass. Just like I put you here, I'm going to take you on the fuck out. Or go put you in time out. Like, y'all better get with the program. All that motherfucking negative shit. You got to remember that demon, dark energy and all that, Satan was also an angel. He was an angel too. He got his ass demoted and banished from the Most High. So of course he running around bitter, mad, being a hater, don't have no confidence in himself to be a part of the light. Because he was so hell-bent on trying to take over Spirit's fucking job and who he was, instead of being grateful for who Spirit had already made him to be, that he had to go. It had got to the point where he had to go. It's like, nah, you can't be here. Cause you trying to like sway my people, to do the wrong shit, first of all. And also, you're not gonna defame my throne. I'm the only Most High, the great I am. So, as long as you always follow your heart and trust in yourself, you can never go wrong. And 9 times out of 10, you will never end up being in those situations like this. But unfortunately, some things have to come around for good-hearted people to learn to protect themselves. You gotta shed the old skin. New levels, new devils, and these devils is old, bitch. You done had them in your life for years and years and years. You need some new ones now. Bring on some new haters, some ones we don't know. But they all gonna be slayed. Because these are all tests to see how obedient you really are. Is you gonna stay the course? Is you gonna do what it is that you called to do? And you need to know that I am, and I know that y'all know it. So, that's it, y'all. Ashe, namaste, and amen. And I will be back with a card reading, a tarot reading in a little bit.